Welcome back to World of Warcraft. We're continuing the journey of our Undead Warrior, and tonight we're back in Tirisfal because we're gonna be trying a new dungeon. And I'm talking about the Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. The enemy level in this expansion is actually around 30 to 34. I know that the Undead Blood Mage in the Crypt is level 34. So you can't enter as low as you could in Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King. You could easily complete that dungeon at 28, maybe even 27 in these expansions. We have to be more careful, of course, due to the nature of this server. We have a Shadow Priest and we have a level 32 Discipline Priest who's gonna be healing. There's a Shaman, and I think one of them is a Elemental, but I don't remember which one. Both of them will be DPSing. Since our Priest is going to take care of the healing, of course we're going to be tanking. We have our shield. Of course we have our sword. Could definitely use some upgrades, but I don't see that many dungeons on the horizon. Well, as we gain a level or two, it's gonna be easier to do Razorfriend Crawl and also the rest of the Scarlet Monastery. For now, we're stuck with this. We'll get a whisper about Numragun. But we do have our hands full at this point. It's amazing how the Shaman was actually testing if he's going to pull enemies in the final part of the dungeon. I'm guessing he means the Dark Iron Dwarves. I remember they actually lay mines. Or maybe he's referring to something else. I'm not exactly familiar with Numragun. I know the basics of it. I know how to navigate a group there. But of course, all my knowledge comes from the later expansions, mainly the Burning Crusade. Back in Classic, what I remember is that this dungeon was essentially considered to be an absolute nightmare. The Alliance obviously was a lot more close to running it, because you could essentially reach it within 5 minutes if you were in Ironforge. Horde had to use a teleporter from some shoddy goblin engineer. So we need to go through the vestibule and okay, then where? Probably to the left. Everything here is an elite. So we have to be careful. Let's cast Battle Shout. Too quiet around here. Our priest used Mind Soothe, which, yeah, was enough not to aggro anything. Definitely have to be careful when we run out of this place. Not dead yet. That's an interesting name for hardcore. You can see an elite. So this is going to be somewhat of a tricky room. We have the interrogator, I think, to our right. That group is going to be a problem. I'm just going to pull them back as far as possible. We might have to use fear. Hopefully not. No, this one is patrolling. We don't want to pull everything together. Right, he's gone.
Tell me everything. Naughty secrets. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh.
Unfortunately, Mind Blast has a pretty significant aggro modifier. The Bloody Brass Knuckles. This was actually a rare weapon. It's a white in this one. It's honestly not bad for a white weapon. 16.6. Oh, we have a caster. I didn't realize that. That was my bad. Let's try to line of sight this one. Okay, and they're apparently casting sleep. Doing great so far. So in this one, this is gonna be a problem. There is a chest. Okay, that pull was not good. They didn't let me pull them back to line of sight. Okay. And this is Vorel Senguts. Floral's revenge. We need to return his wedding ring to Monica Sengoods in Terran Mill. That's not a bad reward. We're gonna pick this quest. It's actually an elite. Will we manage to complete it? I'm not so certain. And the shaman won the chest. Was there anything good in there? Yeah, that chest is actually solid. And the illusory phantasm. You can't actually harm that. So you need to defeat the haunting phantasm as fast as possible. And you can see these are significantly higher than in later expansions. These are level 33. I think someone spotted a rare. Hey, that changes things. The Green Whelp Armor. Oh, I remember this one. Has a chance to put your attacker to sleep. Did we resist the Veil of Shadow? It looked like the cast actually... Okay, maybe I was wrong about that one. I definitely did not interrupt it. Maybe a shaman did. We don't really have much AoE to speak of, so the Wandering Spirits... Well, they shouldn't prove too much of a problem. But we're definitely not going to pull them unless we're ready. Unlike what just happened. Alright. So they have chain lightning. I didn't realize that. Chain lightning is not a talent, right? It's a baseline ability. I wonder at what level you can train this. It's definitely a fun ability. Probably safe to go after Iron Spine. We're gonna do that in just a moment. Let's grab the non-elites. I've been meaning, I've been meaning to mention that there's something wrong with the nameplates on this one. I'm not sure what's causing it. They appear to be really large and the letters are spaced out for no reason. I wonder what we're gonna get here. The Iron Spine's Fist. That is a main hand. No, it's a one hand. That is a massive upgrade. And yeah, we managed to win it. I'm not really gonna equip it though, since our skill is not gonna cut it. Definitely not for this area. Definitely not a weapon I was planning on getting. Come to think of it, I didn't even know that it existed. 7 points of strength. And I definitely have to ask the shaman about purchasing the chest that he looted. The Phalanx Breastplate. Maybe not. This one. Getting those upgrades. Pretty important. The previous chest was for level 18. We've out-leveled this quite some time ago. Lots of spirits. Can even make AoE threat. Could use Thunderclap, but that's about it. And of course the aggro problems continue. Nine seconds on Battle Shout. We're almost at the crypt, where the boss is. Let me pull these two in. Alright, on mana. Oh, it's a big one. And I think we're clear. Okay, I wonder how difficult the Blood Mage is going to prove.
We
Level
hunger
34.
for vengeance.
No, it's actually alright. I would say he's probably the easiest part of the dungeon, just like in the later expansions.
No rest for the angry
And of
dead.
course you can't really interrupt them. Should definitely pull them out of Flame Strike. What was it? Flame Spike. And there we go, the Blood Mage Mantle, which is actually an uncommon item. Intellect and Spirit. Barely worth coming to this place. Oh, the priest is saved. That's unfortunate. I would definitely like to do Raise and Crawl, but maybe it's not a good idea to try tonight. It's already getting late. And we have a mace to actually replace the dagger. That works perfectly. Could even use the fist weapon. Of course, it's significantly worse than everything else. Can I even use the fist weapon? Maybe this is actually the unarmed skill? I'm gonna have to figure this one out. We'll follow our group until we can safely get out. And this is definitely a case where I would want to bypass the instance lockout. I'd like to do this dungeon 2 or 3 times. So this should probably be our main hand, and for the offhand we can use the saber. This is going to be slower. What is the top end damage? 72. Yeah, we're sticking with Iron Spine's weapon for the main hand. Slow and steady. I think the priest is a bit skeptical about it. Did we make it? Yep. Let's hope that these totems are not gonna pull enemies to us. No way to remove them in this expansion. It was not until the later ones when shamans managed to get totemic recall, I think it was called. Hey, that one was healing. Why? We didn't even attack it. And our priest is safe as well. So I guess this is going to conclude the run. What am I going to do next? I think we should go to do a couple of quests in Hillsbred Foothills. We are level 32. Is there anything even available there? I'm gonna have to check that out. We did skip many of the lower level ones, and that's actually okay. We reached level 30 nonetheless. I do know that you can get some decent rewards from the elite quests near the dwarven base. But there's no reason to go back and do everything. At least not at this level, because most enemies will not even offer any experience. We have copper, and we should go back to the Undercity. to steal from thieves, and that is a quest for the Arathi Highlands. Not quite high enough to do it though. We can pick it up. Mace skill of 133. Maximum is going to be 160. It's gonna take a while, but I'm not that worried. We should be able to hit enemies often enough to the point where I'm not going to have to go to a lower level area just to train the skill. It's kind of complicated. I'm trying to purchase some of the really cheap weapons from the weapon vendors around town to make sure that most of the weapon skills are up to date. Can see gun skill is 100. Maces, staves 104. Two-handed axes is falling behind, only 97. 109 for one-handed axes. Yeah, it's not that bad. We can deal with that. That being said, I'm going to end the episode here. Yes, it was a short one, and it's unfortunate that we couldn't really do a couple more runs of Scarlet Graveyard, but these are actually the rules of these servers. We're just gonna have to make do. We could try raids, not raids. What was the other dungeon? Razor and Crawl, which also has some pretty awesome weapons for us, and gear in general. So maybe I'm gonna do that. If I manage to find a group, I'll meet you there. Otherwise, I'll probably see you all the way out in Thousand Needles. We have a new weapon, so might as well start questing there. Hope you enjoyed this short dungeon run of the Warrior playthrough on the hardcore servers, and hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next part.